Let's get into the draft. Yeah.
Drafting phase, boys and girls. Presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy A36 5G match points for RRQ. And that's a chip ban.
Who would have thunk? You gotta ban this guy? Arashi?
It's almost like it's a smart move. All right. No chip, but the Lo Yi is still in the picture. Does RRQ want to be the one banning both? That's the question.
Okay. So Fanny is up for grabs. Harith is open. Luo Yi is open. Lucas is open.
I can hear Moonton developers get a sigh of relief out right there as the chip got banned. Woo! Finally.
It's like, why have the others not been doing this? It's a mystery they'll never solve. As the Moscow ban away as well though, EVOS, they seem to be feeling like we can match RRQ in the micro department, in the mechanics, but in the macro, if they allow Toy to be on the Moscow as well, might be too difficult, they get it out of the way.
Do they want to force a Fanny?
Ooh. Would you trade the Fanny for the Lo Yi though?
I think they will ban the Lo Yi. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Again, EVOS, if they go and pick up the Fanny, RRQ will just go Badang. If they don't go Fanny, it's Hazel. It's Hazel time.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is so good.
It's not a hard counter, but it's definitely a big problem here. Harith left open. We saw maybe hard carry on this pick, but now RRQ, they have all the options available, the whole 9 yards.
Fanny, Fanny, Fanny.
Let's go.
It has
Hazel.
to be Fanny, right?
Huh?
Fanny, right?
Hazel, do it.
I think it should be Fanny Badang. Leaving EVOS to get Fanny Harith would be definitely scary, but they can technically go Badang first and then leave the Fanny open. See if EVOS want to take the bait and then pick up Fanny last.
But it's already so good because Moscow's banned out.
Yeah.
What are they gonna play into the Fanny in the gold lane? What's safe?
Tail's been itching for a real
Oh man!
Wait a minute.
Arashi, what do you think?
Interesting. Kalea and the Valentina. The only reason you see Valentina's picked up now is to deny some big ultimates.
Lucas opened up.
Yeah, in theory, they're trying to deny the Lucas. They're going for the Kalea as well. You know, the Suyo is still open, right? The Jawhead Suyo combo still is available too, if EVOS wants it. I don't know. Again, I don't know if the Kalea is all that trio, but I guess it provides a bit of flex for RRQ. They'll go with it for now.
Yeah. I think the Kalea, the reason they picked it up is because they're setting up for, if they want to set up for the Fanny, it works, right? Because the Kalea would have been an answer from EVOS to deal with the Fanny. Once you jump in, that Tsunami Slam can catch you. They will go for the Gatot Kacha and the Suyo. So right now, Fanny is still up for grabs. RRQ, do they take it?
If they don't take it now, they might not be able to get it later.
Yeah.
But even if you look at it, what could possibly be so prior you need to get it out now? Nothing really trumps Fanny in the default priority list.
Sir,
There we go.
There it is.
Go. Hazel debuting his Fanny in Season 15. We did see this last time. It was Geek Fam. Back when he was in Geek Fam that he played it. Season 13.
I like how we all kind of like held our breath, like, is it coming? Is it something else? But alright, the Fanny indeed is there, only up against the Garokacha. The taunt comes up pretty fast, might catch him mid-flight, but I feel like since it's Hazel, they're gonna require something more. They ban away the... RRQ has banned away the Faramis, so there's more pick-off potential. They have the Valentina to deal with it regardless, but making sure it's a more certain deal. They might want to ban the Badang as well. We did mention it as a pretty good counter against the Fanny. Unless they want to pick it up for themselves.
Yeah. What did you say?
The Badang. Yeah.
Tigreal. They can't go for something like the Franco, right? Look at Mas Ade.
time and
Great.
time.
Beatrix. Wait. Interesting.
Eh?
They're expecting RRQ to go for a combo with Kalea. Kalea Beatrix.
They're trying to neutralize the burst damage available.
Yeah.
Or maybe at least corral them to a more risky gold laner. They ban away the Badang. EVOS, the only other gold lane that synergizes with a Kalea with a pick-off style is the carry usually. I don't remember anything else as of right now. Is that the angle that EVOS are looking for?
What options are there left? Bruno, Irithal.
What do you think, Mirko? What kind of gold lane, aside from the Beatrix, can kind of work well with a pick-off style?
To be fair, I mean, carry against the Gatot.
Yeah, that's the only thing?
We have seen carry do really well against Harrod too, so... Not yesterday, not for Airline, unfortunately, but it should be a good choice to go for.
Will it be banned away, though? That's the Franco!
Is picking.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Makes sense. We have seen Kalea be flexed into XP for RRQ many times, so
Yep.
that could still come out.
I'm more surprised that they were assuming that RRQ would go double utility. Kalea and Franco, that's not a lot of tankiness to work with, but now with the high loss, once again, good chase potential, good front line, strong EXP all-in matchup, and they can allow Edok to be the playmaker.
And they also need more damage, right? Now that the Hylos is already in the lineup of RRQ. What does Suelo play in the mid lane? Do they go for something like the Vexana? But that's still a big ult as well to give over to the Valentina. Against the Valentina, we usually see something like the Sicilian, but it's so vulnerable against the Fanny.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm wondering if that's the reason why they keep picking up the Valentina, just to ensure that they can punish the mid lane that much more reliably. It's gonna be the Cho and the Vexana, as we talked about earlier. Great pick against the Hylos. Terrify everyone, the Hylos and everyone around them. Final pick though for RRQ in the gold lane.
Yeah, it's a good pick to prevent the carry pick to come through too, because RRQ, we're definitely looking to go for carry, but now because they have a Vexana, you're not too sure about that carry pick anymore. They go for the safe choice in the Bruno instead. And there you have it. A lot of this will definitely go down to how Hazel plays on the Fanny. They are playing for Hazel on the Fanny.
Yeah.
For sure. And later on, whether or not Toy can actually get away from all of these aggressive tools available. Because again, for EVOS, they might be thinking that we can, we can't deal with the Fanny, but we can get our winning condition, the Harriet, ahead. And if the Harriet is in the picture, maybe that's the outplay angle they're looking for, hedging their bets onto Erland though.
So will the Kings of Kings finally continue their undisputed, unbeaten win streak here in MPL ID Season 15? Or can the White Tigers stop that from happening and tear down the walls to the kingdom? Ladies and gentlemen, game number 2, match point for RRQ. If they can win this 2-0 and take EVOS down.
EVOS have a lot to prove. This was supposed to be the closest one in a while, but RRQ took game 1 like it was nothing.
Now in game number 2, you can see more aggression. Ooh, Vexana Cho, that's a lot of damage. Man, this is where I think EVOS have to kind of use that, they have to use the Vexana more reliably, almost try and find some more movements with the clear, because at least initially, right, there's going to be a lot more wave clear coming through for EVOS with the Cho Vexana. But afterwards, what can they do? In the 1v1, the Cho doesn't really win out in zoning against the Kalea. Looking at the emblems here, pull yourself together for Edok. Always bad news for the opposition. Very smite for wins on the Valentina, because he likes going very aggressively on the Valen, going all in, even all the way to the backside sometimes, diving with his team.
You see a lot of respect coming through from Suelo on the Vexana too, right? Tenacity built in as well, understanding the potential that Hazel has, especially in this early portion of the game. But the quick question is, Hazel hasn't been rotating too much. Why is he? He's fine, right? Why is he standing there?
He's trying to wait for Sway. He's trying to make Rins bait out that Terrify. There you go. The Terrify comes in. That's why they needed it. Oh, Hazel with another! Still gets caught by the Curse Blast though, and it ends up being 1-for-1. Up top, Albert with a gank. That should be good for EVOS.
Right?
Yeah.
Mid laner for a jungler.
Oh.
Erlan. Toy's caught really low here. A 1v1 situation, doesn't get Toy down. Meanwhile,
Turtle started up, 2-man taunt from Reggie. Tyron and Edok doing all they can together with Rins, who has level 4. Now it's gonna be all in over. Alva with Rectory win now, as Hazel's still on the purple buff. That's gonna be key, able to escape. Curse Blast from Sway Low deals with Tyrant.
Man, that is not how RRQ wanted that whole sequence to go. I mean, in the first place, Hazel doubling down right there, trying to go for the unexpected mind game, right? Acting like he's going to back away and then going back in. Giving the kill 1-for-1 there against Suelo. I'm not sure if that's the best of ideas. I agree. 1K gold lead for EVOS right now. RRQ aren't too far behind, but with EDOC not level 4 even, I feel like this kind of slows down their attempts a bit more.
No, for sure, right? Because this time, it's Albert not on the Joy, but he's on the Suyo. So with that kill over onto Hazel, and the fact that Albert is on the Suyo, who has a better time at jungling as compared to the Joy, he's already a level ahead. We do see that Hazel is catching up. It's Skylar with Diva, MPL ID X streamers. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to watch from a different perspective, you can watch with Skylar and his many, many good days.
They're having a good day. Uh-oh, Tsunami Slam.
Oh.
Hazel walking up. Oh, Eternal God for Suelo, but Rins comes in a splash. Looking for another now, Hazel. Won't be able to do it. You can see Skylar doing the, what is that called? Velocity?
Oh, 2-0.
2-0. Hey, he's feeling it. He's feeling it.
When you have all 5 good days, you can do whatever you want, dude. He's about to snap and keep us all awake at night.
Oh, he has a little headache now. Watching the game. Still a 1-0 trade-in for the side of RRQ though.
What is he doing?
So he's still doing velocity.
He's running out of emotes.
Key though.
Ooh. Okay.
An interesting kick. Rins with the Eternal Guard steal. Now walks back. Purple buff taken by Hazel.
Just
Nothing
like that.
happens.
That's a part of the Valentina, man. When you're kiting backwards, you actually provide a good deal of crowd control, so you can serve both aggressively and defensively. Especially now with Albert on the Suyo. Limited mobility is the idea here, but look at that. Whoa!
Okay, an attempt baits on the Zaman Force down below. Turtle spawns back in.
Is Rin's okay? He's so low. That's actually a forced recall.
There you go, Tsunami Slam Hazel. Going back up top.
So 1-for-1 in terms of the mid laners. Rins doesn't get taken down, but it's force a recall. That's a push in through from Key.
EDOC, kick back by Key. Turtle gonna be taken now. Albert takes it. Hazel walking up. Does he want to jump in? Diamond revitalized already. The Force coming down as well. Hazel jumping back and forth. Won't be able to shot enough damage. Cutthroat only onto Key. And that's EVOS with a dub.
Yeah, 2-4-0 trade plus a neutral objective for the White Tigers. They're going to be pushing things back forward for 1,500 gold lead. Arashi, what happened in that team fight?
I mean, to begin with, I didn't think they were going to try and go for that team fight anyways. Hazel was out clearing camps out there before the fight even begun. Look at Toy though. Hang on a second. Oh wow, Rins gets taken out.
What happened?
Huh?
I guess Suelo got a Terrify and Albert just bursted him, right?
Yeah, any kind of setup with the Suyo, that's definitely a big problem to deal with. Look at Hazel staying active, going for the macro play already. RRQ have the macro angle to the late game as well, but they want to be careful here. They need to respect EVOS.
Okay, EDOC getting out of that angle. No kick for Key means no purple buff invade for EVOS.
Hang on a second.
Tsunami Slam, Chain CC with Tyrant coming in as well. Now Hazel already picking up the purple buff. That's the kill over to Key. Now Hazel looking for more. Suelo looking to be cutthroated down. And it will be Toy who picks up the kill as Erlan pops his Zaman Force, but there's no one to attack.
Okay, Erlan still surviving, but already utilizing a huge resource. You can see the damage coming through from Toy as well. Look at the sandwich play.
Slam on 2. Toy dealing damage. Alba with the stun over to EDOC. Now very low. AOG over to Rin. Still has a Purify. Diamond revitalized. EDOC flickering out. Diamond going to be the main focus as Albert gets a Soul Sever. Hazel walking up now on the others. Can't deal much.
Okay, and Dryron gets taken out for the price of none there. Really well played by EVOS. The fact that Albert was able to catch up into that sandwich play and prevent a pickoff onto Erlan is also huge. 1-0-2 on the Harrods so far, not yet shut down whatsoever. So that is a growing threat for RRQ.
After game number 1 in particular, this game is looking quite confusing to me at least, because we saw the patience, we saw the discipline earlier, but RRQ are doing a lot of aggressive moves, they're overstaying a lot. Now they're going for the turtle again.
Hazel walking up again to kick over to EDOC. He's going to be taken very low. Tsunami Slam still comes down as the turtle was secured by Albert, who's on a killing spree now. Tyron, Chain CC, free kill for Albert. He's angry. 4-0-3.
Absolutely. After what Hazel did to him in game number 1, he's looking for blood here. Already pushing up yet another objective on the map. That tower falls down. Albert should be able to pick up the purple buff, and this is when things get a little bit tricky for Hazel. He looks in for the counter buff play into EVOS' jungle, but Reggie knows what he's about to do and defends it away from him. This is Hazel on the Fanny without the purple buff.
All right, I mean, EVOS is doing a great job of shutting down Hazel's threat. Oh, look at this, Erlan.
So, actually doesn't have the Purify, but now to the key caught in the top spot. Key gets out. Erlan gets a kill. 1 for 0 again for EVOS.
Edo gets taken down for the third time. Not finding the right avenues here, Rashi.
Yeah, the gold lead extends to 3K right now. RRQ, they're able to still farm very decently. The only time the gold actually changes is after those big attempts at a fight, at a skirmish or at a team fight. So, 45 seconds to go, and EVOS are showing that they're getting tankier and tankier. RRQ are slowly losing the threat of the early game. Because even Toy, only on the Has Claws, he hasn't really been allowed to farm as much. And Erlan already has the Feather of Heaven along with the Starlium. So look at this burst damage.
Renaissance Purify will be able to pop it in time, getting away from the Blade Surge. Reggie poked down, but EVOS don't lose anything from that.
By the way, taking a look at the items, right? Erlan doesn't have the Holy Crystal yet. He's already dealing that much damage.
Exactly, the damage is only going to get higher and higher. The issue right now is just the frontliners of RRQ. Ooh, whoa!
Tsunami Slam, Sway looking to be caught very low, and the Worldie takes him down, but Eternal Guard gets dropped before. AOT from Rins, only locking Reggie, now stunned out by Albert! Erlan on the killing spree, Toy canning away. Albert, level 14, 2 levels ahead, say goodbye to Hazel's purple.
Again, unable to get his hands on the purple buff. The impact that Hazel has in this game is not quite the same as he was on the Hayabusa. Free Lord for the White Tigers as they look to claim their revenge from game number 1.
That was a respectable attempt from RRQ, going for that pick-off there, knowing that soon a big objective is going to be up. But then they weren't able to actually close out the fight convincingly. And afterwards, Rins going back in when the whole team was kind of on the way out. There's definitely a bit less synergy here from RRQ in this game. Look at EVOS already trying to use this advantage as maximally as possible. Hazel trying to go for some split pushes, but EVOS are doing a great job always being around. He can't really do so without any risk.
Look at Key and Albert. They know he's there. Oh, it's caught by the Queller. Hazel. Okay, Key won't be able to find him. It will be Hazel running away, but Albert will continue to push the side lane with Key.
A lot of pressure here from the side of the White Tigers, pushing every single lane, picking up every single turret. This mid lane is going to fall. Edok looks for a big moment.
Tsunami Slam, that's a big Key taken out. Turtle back from Swallow! 3-man knocked up, and they all fall! EVOS to the end now as Hazel tries to save the game. Only Rins and Hazel left to defend. Reggie getting a taunt, no one to follow it up. Hazel jumping into the mid lane, trying to clear it out as Albert gets the stun, but Hazel gets away. Can Rins defend against a cannon? 8 seconds on Edok. It's a wave as well. He baits as long as he can. Hazel back up again. He's trying to go for the defense. That's a cannon is still in the lane, and it will be EVOS to equalize faster than RRQ can take game 1.
We're going all the way to game number 3 for our classic derby today, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be a 2-0 today as EVOS show their fangs, and they're saying, we're not going down without a fight.
Oh boy, this is exactly why it's a classic derby. Right after a dominant showing in game number 1, EVOS returned the favor. And now it's all or nothing with the highest stakes in MPL ID.
Sway low. Hey man, eyes on a lot of the other players before this matchup, but I gotta say, that Eternal Guard constantly, the Terrify at the start to kill a diving Hazel was also Sway low. Whoa, look at this. Oh my god, beautiful. Sway low.
And that wasn't the first time. That happened multiple times across the course of the game. Not to mention the individual Terrifies. The fact that he kept his cool in the early game against a diving Fanny piloted by Hazel. Swalo definitely performed here and showed up despite the KDA. That's not the point here. The utility he provided definitely stopped RRQ's plans.
It was just impressive. Super, super impressive. They baited the Fanny and it didn't work out for RRQ at all. You're right, at the end, the Cho, the Gato, the Vexana, those were massive